So we're back on the record with Mr. Westbrook, and you had a minute to talk to Ms. Holmes. Ms. Holmes, what's the position?
We'll move forward with the plea.
Okay, so Mr. Westbrook, you were able to talk some more with Ms. Holmes about the law, and so I'm going to ask you the same questions that I asked you a minute ago, okay? You already entered your plea of guilty. Did you do that freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you do that because you did what they charged you with? Okay. I have here on the computer some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as Exhibit Number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Ms. Holmes?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand those papers?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Mm-hmm.
So if I say yes or no, please,
Yes,
for the...
ma'am.
That's okay. And so it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year deferred adjudicated probation, no fine.
There actually was a $1,000 fine.
I'm sorry. I
There
didn't
typically
put
is.
on that.
How much? 500?
It was 1,000, Judge.
There would be.
I'll
How old are you?
500. I'll amend my offer to a $500 fine.
So there would be a $500 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? Also, do you understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, ma'am.
I have to ask everyone that. State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Westbrook is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any other history? Obviously, he's young. Anything that you
Judge,
see?
none as an adult that's reflected in my file. There was a 2023 assault as a juvenile, but other than that.
In a crowded neighborhood clinic, a young man confesses he has been reselling donated medicines for profit. The doctor, instead of shaming him, recognizes his desperation and lack of work. She proposes he volunteer at the clinic, helping distribute supplies and learning basic healthcare skills. What begins as an admission of guilt turns into a chance at dignity, showing the community that compassion can turn mistakes into growth.
Did you get probation when you were a juvenile? What happened on that
There was
case?
a fight at school.
It was. What happened on it because of it? Did you get in some trouble?
I went to juvenile to Minnie Rogers.
Right.
But, I don't even think it was that long. I think it was like a day or two.
Right. And then when you got out, did you have to do any kind of probation or anything like that? Okay. Any opposition to me waiving the pre-sentence report?
No, no.
Okay. Mr. Westbrook, I'm going to again find you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent. You understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to defer all proceedings, place you on probation for a period of 5 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine, and you're ordered to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do that, this is such a great opportunity for you because you don't have a felony conviction on your record. All right? And if you successfully complete this probation, at the end, the case will be dismissed. You will never be a convicted felon.
Across a long wooden table in the probation office, Jalen hears the officer lay it out plainly. This program is his last chance to keep a clean slate. No skipped classes, no late reports, no excuses. She isn't sugarcoating it. One misstep and the deal is gone. For the first time, Jalen sees the path split in front of him, one road leading to stability, the other to a cell. It isn't.
Part of this probation is going to be that you are not allowed to possess a firearm. There is no reason for you to be out on the streets buying guns, because all that's going to lead to is you being in here for something a whole lot more serious.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're young. Now's the time to direct your life in a whole different way. If you don't like it out there in jail, then stay out by doing what you're supposed to. If you're hanging around with people that are messing with guns and all that, stop doing it. Go to work or go to school, go home, live your life so you can live it like the rest of us. Because here's what can happen. If you violate any condition of probation, you don't follow the rules, you test positive for drugs, you don't show up for your appointments, you get another case, whatever it is, you can be brought back into court, you would be found guilty, so then you would be a convicted felon, and you could go to the state jail prison for up to 2 years. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal.
On the edge of a graffiti-marked basketball court, Malik admits to the coach that he vandalized the school walls. Instead of expulsion, the coach hands him paint supplies and offers a spot on the team if he helps transform the blank walls into murals. The punishment becomes purpose, every brushstroke turning a mistake into pride. The choice isn't about erasing the past, but painting a new future.
Another thing that's important for you to know, Mr. Westbrook, is if you get out there and you do your probation all right at the very beginning, get that community service done, get your fees to take care of everything early. I sign early terminations for probation all the time. Every day I'm signing them. But the only ones that I sign to get off probation early are those who've done everything they're supposed to when they first get started. All right? So get off to a good start, get it all taken care of. You may not even have to be on the whole 5 years. Okay? Good luck to you. Thank you for letting us know.
Good. So I don't like to.
All right, sir. Let's see. Ms. Malfino, this is Aleem St. Clair.
Oh, sorry, Judge.
That's okay. Good morning, sir. Are you Aleem St. Clair?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sick?
A little bit, ma'am.
What's wrong with you?
Had a little bit.
When?
Like 2 days ago.
Okay. Like you're, all right. So, Mr. St. Clair, in cause number 23, DCCR.
When the next case is called, Devin steps into the Juvenile Hall Review Board, his record stacked with school fights, theft, and truancy. The chair reads each infraction slowly, the list heavier with every word. Unlike the others, Devin doesn't argue, he just stares at the table, hands clenched. The silence in the room makes clear this isn't about marks on paper, it's a young life teetering between correction and collapse.
Should be 4 cases.
1390. You're charged with the second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon from July 15th of 2023. What that means, sir, is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment would be between 2 years and up to 20 years in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And then in cause number 23, 2117, you're charged with a first-degree felony offense of aggravated robbery from August 15th of 2023. And in that case, what that means is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment would be between 5 years and up to 99 years or life in prison. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And then in cause number 23, 2044, you're charged with a first-degree felony offense of aggravated robbery from August 15th of 2023. Again, that has the same punishment range if you're found guilty, which is between 5 years and up to 99 years or life in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And then finally, in cause number 23, 2043, you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle, which is a state jail felony offense. And that is from July 11th of 2023. And what that means in that case is that if you go to trial and you're found guilty, the range of punishment would be between 6 months and up to 2 years in a state jail prison. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In each of these cases, I have here on the computer some plea bargain rejections that you have signed with Mr. West that shows that the district attorney's office has made an offer. So is it, what's
Judge,
the,
what it would be a 25-year cap in both of the aggravated robberies. We had offered or discussed to dismiss that aggravated assault based on the plea in those ag robberies, as well as the UUMB. When we rejected that, we went ahead and did a rejection of the 20 cap and an aggravated assault. But it was my original position to dismiss two, and if he would accept responsibility in the 2 aggravated robberies, and also not to proceed on his 3 misdemeanors. If I may, just for the record, so Mr. St. Clair is aware, now that he has rejected this, unless circumstances change, which I'll bring to the court's attention well in advance, it will be my position to ask that the sentences run consecutively.
so Mr. St. Clair, I want to make sure you understand. It looks like what you have signed with Mr. West shows that the state's offer was for you if you wanted to enter a plea of guilty to the aggravated robberies for a cap of 25 years, which means you would be leaving your punishment up to me. I could sentence you to 25. I could sentence you to less. It would depend on the information that was brought to me at a sentencing hearing. And the agreement would have been to dismiss the unauthorized use case as well as that aggravated assault case, as well as some misdemeanors. If you go forward with trial on these cases, we'll go depending on how this all goes, because the offense dates from the aggravated robberies and they're to the same dates, but then that aggravated assault and the unauthorized use are from a different date. And what that means is that if you're convicted on those cases and sentenced by a jury, I could then stack those punishments on top of each other. And I don't know if I would do that or not. It would depend on the information that I saw during those trials. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to reject those offers and have all 4 of your cases set for trial?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to get like a lower offer.
Pull that down a little bit.
I said I'm trying to get a lower offer.
So here's the thing, we're not negotiating anymore, okay? The offer, Ms. Malfino just stated that the offer is what the offer is, and unless there is some new information that is received after today, I will not accept this offer after today. So today's the day to either accept this offer, or your cases will go to trial, or it will be to some offer that's different, higher, or to me open, unless there is some, again, new information that no one knows about. And is there any reason to think there would be any new information?
No, Judge, and what my position was in offering the cap that Mr. West and I discussed was to allow Mr. St. Clair to ask the court for probation. I think that's what he's trying to say. That's what he's been trying to say through his attorney. I'm not in the position to offer that. He's been in custody for some time. I think it's been explained to him that the court would take a look at everything and make a determination. But it's not my intention to offer probation, although I'm very well aware of the fact that the court could place him on probation. If that's what the court does, we would respect that decision.
So you understand, if you plead to a cap, I can do, again, anything from probation up to 25 years in prison. I know nothing about your cases at this point. So I don't want to give you some false sense of, plea open to me and you're going to get a probation. I don't know. You could plea open or cap at 25 and I could give you the 25. I could give you somewhere in between. I can consider probation. I just can't know those things right now, because I don't have any information. And if you did that, what would happen is if you wanted to enter a plea and take that deal, then we would reset your cases for sentencing. We would get
I ain't doing this shit I did, no.
well, if you didn't do it, that's what a jury's for. So we'll get them set for trial, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go back with the bailiff. We'll get them set for trial.
At a late-night diner, Rosa admits to her parole officer that she's been skipping her job training shifts. Instead of another warning, the officer lays down a clear choice: commit fully to the program or face the return to prison. The clatter of dishes around them feels distant as Rosa realizes the moment is more than paperwork. It's a fork in the road between rebuilding her life or losing the fragile freedom she's just begun to taste.